Hey guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I know the New Year is coming up in just a day or so when I'm posting this video, but I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. It's been a great year so far on this channel. I've grown a lot. I've done a lot of videos, had a lot of great time to reflect. In this video, I decided to do kind of similar to what I did last year. It wasn't a super popular video, but I enjoyed doing it. Essentially, it was 17 movies that I was looking forward to in 2017. 17 for 2017. This year I'm doing the same for 18 movies that I'm anticipating or looking forward to in 2018. I know this is kind of not the more standard video of usually like a top 10 of the year or top 10 of what I'm looking forward to, but this is kind of going to be a blend of that. So essentially what this video is, it's going to be I'm going to give you my 18 most anticipated movies. We're going to sort of flash through 18 through 11, and then we're really going to break down the top 10. So let's go ahead and flash through number 18 through 11 really quick right now. Alright, well that was fun, right? Okay, so yeah, a lot of those movies are some movies that I'm really looking forward to, but just aren't getting me excited enough to really want to go to the theater to see them unless I hear a lot of really great things. Now, these next top 10 and all the way down to my number 1 are going to be the ones that I'm really looking forward to and would actually really like to go to the theater to see, maybe even multiple viewings depending on how much I like it. So let's go ahead and start the list by cracking in with number 10. So my number 10 is the sequel to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. This one's going to be called Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. This one is really going to be exploring more of, I think, Dumbledore and Grindelwald's whole relationship, how Newt Scamander sort of fits into that whole dynamic. I'm not entirely sure what sort of beast there's going to be and how that relates to it, but essentially this is more of an extension of the Harry Potter franchise. And I really liked the first Fantastic Beasts. I know I had some problems here and there, but I definitely liked it, and I'm really looking forward to this sequel. I'm curious to see how Jude Law does with his Albus Dumbledore. I'm a little bit interested in seeing more of Grindelwald. In the photo, you can see obviously Newt Scamander, which I'm excited to see is back, and Ezra Miller's character, which I wasn't sure if he died or not, but this kind of confirms he didn't die. So where this is going to go should be really interesting. Up next on the list, we have number 9, which is going to be Black Panther. This is going to be a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, big MCU movie that's coming out. The first black character that's really taking a lead. And I think it's really going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to Wakanda, all the technology that Black Panther has at his fingertips, the character arcs, the stories. So I'm really intrigued in where this story is going to be going. I'm really interested in seeing how Wakanda is built, how it looks, the technology that Black Panther constantly has at his fingertips. There's so many intriguing things that they can do with this character outside of the main MCU that we've seen so far with Iron Man, Captain America, everything that happened from Civil War. I'm really looking forward to the expansion of Black Panther's storyline, everything, this massive world that is essentially hidden from the world that we know as it is. Everything about this is intriguing, and I can't wait to see it on the big screen. Now, coming in at number 8, I have Pacific Rim 2. Now, this one has a couple of good things going for it, but has a couple of things that are holding it back on my list a little bit. Number 1, obviously, John Boyega. I absolutely love John Boyega in the Star Wars franchise. I love him as a person. I follow him on social media. He's absolutely hilarious. He really loves his fans, which is great. I've loved him since Attack the Block, which I did a review on my channel. I love John Boyega, so I'm really looking forward to that. Also, although it's unfortunate that Guillermo del Toro is not going to be directing this as he did the original, he's still producing it, so it's still very much his baby. I hope he still has his hands very much into it, but I'm really looking forward to it because I really, really liked Pacific Rim. It was one of the more surprising movies of that year that it came out. I don't even remember now. I think like 2015 maybe. But it was definitely a standout hit, and I can't wait to see this world expanded even further. all the monsters, all the Jaegers, all the kaiju, everything that they're going to come up with. I cannot wait to see this movie. All right, up next at number 7, I have Spider-Man Into the SpiderVerse. Now, this one I did a video on the trailer not too long ago. This one's actually going to be coming out almost Christmas, I believe, of next year, which is a long time away. But essentially, this is the animated Spider-Man, which is going to be featuring Miles Morales as Spider-Man, which is the black-suited Spider-Man. There's a lot of intrigue in this movie for me. I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I really loved Homecoming. I actually just watched it the other day again, and I'm really excited for the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game, which I'm really hoping it doesn't come out in December. I'm hoping it comes out earlier in the year because I love Spider-Man games. But this one's really got a lot of intrigue to it. I love it's animated. I love there's so many different things they can take with it because they are using Miles Morales instead of Peter Parker. So much intrigue, and I cannot wait to see where they take the character, what storyline they're going with, who the villains are going to be. I have so many questions. I just can't wait to see Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. All right, so now up for number 6, we have Mortal Engines. Now this one I had no idea about until maybe about 2 weeks ago, a week ago, when the actual trailer came out. So apparently this is going to be being directed, or not directed, produced, I believe, by Peter Jackson, which is from Lord of the Rings acclaimed fame and King Kong. He does a lot of great epic scale sort of movies. Now this one, I don't remember who the director is going to be, but it's based off of a book series by the same name, where essentially it's more of a dystopian sort of future, or sort of a post-apocalyptic type future where full cities are on transport. So the city of like London is on a full transport that's like this massive thing that goes around and eats all these other sort of car things. It's essentially like Mad Max on steroids. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but it looks awesome. And like the scope, scale, just reading a little bit about the storyline. I don't want to get too deep into it because I really want to be surprised by this film. I may read the book. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided. But it really intrigues me. Just like the idea of it, that sort of, like I said, Mad Max sort of style, post-apocalyptic, on these transport vehicles, cars, whatever you may want to call them, and like eating all these other smaller cars, like these massive cities. Tons of questions that I have, and it just intrigues me just based on the 2-minute trailer that came out, and I can't wait to see Mortal Engines. All right, now we are in the top 5, so now it's going to start getting into the nitty-gritty of things that I absolutely am going to have to see no matter what, no questions asked. These movies I'm going to 100%. All right, so number 5, we're going to start out with the Hellboy Reboot. Now, I put this on this list at number 5. I don't really know if it's actually coming out in 2018. They've already finished filming, like the principal photography type of stuff, but I've heard it might be coming out in 2019. So it's kind of lower on the list just because I'm not sure if they're actually going to commit and release it in 2018. We'll find out. But David Harbour's Hellboy, just the look of it, it just looks so badass. I absolutely adore Ron Perlman's Hellboy. Hellboy and Hellboy 2: The Golden Army by Guillermo del Toro are 2 of the greatest superhero movies in my opinion, or comic book movies rather. But I think this movie looks awesome. And I've only seen 2 pictures so far of David Harbour. I cannot wait to see where they take this character, how they're going to sort of introduce him in a new way, or if it's more of a soft reboot, a hard reboot. I think it's more of a hard reboot, but I'm intrigued and in 100%. I love David Harbour from Stranger Things, and I just can't wait to see Hellboy, either whether it comes out in 2018 or 2019. I am seeing this movie. All right, up next we have number 4, which is actually going to be probably a bit controversial because this is going to be number 1 on a lot of people's lists, and that's going to be Avengers Infinity War. Yes, before you kill me, it is not my number 4. I have some other movies I'm looking forward to more than this. Avengers Infinity War is the culmination of the past, geez, how long has it been? 10 plus years now of MCU movies. Thanos is coming. There's a lot of big things happening with this franchise. And I can't wait to see where it goes. All the destruction that's going to come of it, all the repercussions of the battles of Thanos' arrival, everything, people coming together, who's going to die. So many questions, and this movie is super hyped up. I definitely can't wait to see it, but believe it or not, there are actually 3 more movies that I'm just a little bit more excited at seeing. But this movie is going to have so much awesomeness to it. I'm probably most likely going to see it twice. It's going to be so hard to get a ticket for this movie with how big Disney and Marvel have come and brought this franchise along to. But it's definitely going to be worth seeing, and I cannot wait to see Avengers Infinity War. All right, we've cracked the top 3, so now we're going to get into the real stuff, the heavy stuff here. So number 3 for me is going to be Ready Player One. Now, this is going to be directed by Steven Spielberg. There's a lot of CG in this movie. There's a lot of things that are going to be really intriguing, but the thing that's driving me most to see this movie is this is hands down one of my favorite, if not my favorite, number 1 book of all time. I've read Ready Player One 5 or 6 times, and I cannot get enough of it. It's just so much nostalgia, so much nerd stuff that just speaks to me on a level that I don't know if I'm prepared for most of the time. It surprises me every single time. Just the adventure, the story of Ready Player One. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. So seeing Steven Spielberg take that story that I love and cherish so much and put it onto the big screen, I cannot wait to see how the Oasis looks, if they really do follow through the storyline. It looks like they're going to take a lot of it with like the Easter eggs and finding like the big end goal of being able to take over the Oasis. So many things that I'm excited to see, and I cannot wait to see Ready Player One. Plan on seeing that opening weekend. All right, now it's time for my number 2 movie that I'm most excited for 2018, and that is going to be the follow-up to one of my favorite movies of, I believe, 2016, and that was Deadpool. Now, I'm really looking forward to Deadpool 2. This one is so exciting. I absolutely love the character. Everything that Ryan Reynolds does with the character is absolutely hilarious. His little short as Bob Ross has been one of my favorite things in the entire world. I love Bob Ross. I loved him since I was a kid, watching at my grandparents' house, watching Ryan Reynolds dressed as Deadpool, doing that character. One of the funniest things I've seen on the planet. This has so much hype for me. I believe David Leitch is taking it over from Tim Miller from the first one. David Leitch did Atomic Blonde and co-directed with John Wick number 1, I believe. He didn't do number 2. But phenomenal director, and I can't wait to see the badass action that he really brings to the character, mixing with Ryan Reynolds' comedy and his timing, the character of Cable being introduced into the second film. So many awesome things are going to be happening in Deadpool 2 that I'm going to see it multiple times for sure. I love the first one so much, and I still watch it to this day and still find new things to laugh at or things to really take in and like you don't really realize on first viewing. And Deadpool does that a lot. Deadpool 2, I'm sure, is going to be filled 2 times, if not 3 times more with those moments and those that comedy, that action that's really great and Deadpool is known for. And I definitely can't wait to see Deadpool 2. It's number 2 definitely on my list. But number 1, hands down for sure, for the year of 2018, the movie that I am most anticipating, the movie that you should be most anticipating, the one that has the most hype behind it, the one that we've been waiting for nearly 15 years, is The Incredibles 2. This movie is going to be the moment of my life. The Incredibles is probably my number 1 favorite Pixar movie, animated movie possibly. Right next to Toy Story franchise, but Incredibles is probably my number 1 favorite. It's the best Fantastic Four movie you'll ever see. It's the greatest animated movie possibly ever. So many great jokes. Probably one of the best superhero movies ever. Collider's doing a best superhero movies of all time list, like top 50. I'm kind of surprised Incredibles hasn't cracked that list yet. We're not done with that list, but I'm hoping that if it sneaks on there, I will be very impressed. Incredibles, oh my God. I cannot wait. I cannot contain my excitement for the sequel to The Incredibles. So long we've been waiting for this sequel. Pixar isn't necessarily known for making the best sequels. Cars 2, Finding Dory. Not that that was a bad movie, or Monsters University was a bad movie. Just different directions. But this one's literally picking up where the last one left off. I don't know if it's going to be just showing the fight with the Underminer and then going straight to a flash forward. If we're going to follow the through story. I don't know what it is, but I am so excited for The Incredibles 2. that I cannot wait. I'm definitely going to have to find an Incredible shirt. I can't believe I haven't had one in 15 years. But I'm going to find an Incredible shirt, buy it, and wear it to the premiere, or not premiere, but the opening weekend. This movie has me so excited. I cannot wait to see Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, Dash, Violet, Frozone, Jack, all of them back together again. What the repercussions of what happened with Syndrome are, who the next villain is. So many questions, and my mind can't handle it. And I definitely can't wait to watch The Incredibles 2. It is hands down my most anticipated movie of 2018. So guys, that's my list of most anticipated movies for 2018. Be sure to let me know down in the comment section down below what your most anticipated movies of 2018 are. Would you reorder my list? Is there something you're looking forward to more? Did I leave anything off of this list that you're really looking forward to? I'm sure there's going to be a ton of indie movies or movies that I'm not thinking about that are going to pop up and become those movies that are going to crack the top 10 of the year. I mean, like Get Out for this past year was one of those great movies that you just didn't see coming. There's a ton of other examples of movies that could be coming up that I'm not even thinking about or seeing, or just aren't on the radar, that could totally surprise me. Make sure you leave, like I said, your comments down below on your thoughts, any movies I maybe missed, if you would reorder my list, whatever it may be sure to let me know. But other than that, that's all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Also, as a bonus little clip here, be sure to let me know if you think that the audio for this video sounds any better. I had a microphone previously. It was a blue Snowball. I unfortunately dropped it and had kind of a bit of a rattle, so in the past few videos my audio hasn't been great. I have this fantastic new microphone now that my lovely wife and family got for me for Christmas. That is a Blue Yeti in this white and sort of goldish color. Show a picture of it right here. I want to incorporate it more in my videos. It's such a beautiful microphone, and it sounds phenomenal. So make sure you let me know if you like the audio for this video, or any thoughts on that, because I cannot thank her and my family enough for getting me this lovely microphone. I absolutely adore it, and it works fantastic, so thank you so much. But yeah, thanks so much for this bonus clip, and see you in the next one.